Hey everybody, TFG here, which is short for the Firearm Guy, jumping on the channel of T.A.B., which is short for Trees the Blowin'. Great guy, and we're going to talk about the Charter Arms Undercover Lite revolver. Now this one looks a little different. It has this American flag Cerakote all throughout. You can see the stars in the barrel, the red in the stainless frame, which is aluminum, by the way, which makes this a very light revolver. And if we look at the internals here, we'll see that the Cerakote is all throughout. Real interesting design. And a lot of people love Charter Arms. Honestly, I don't have much experience with them, but I know many people who pocket carry something like this. It's a little snub nose, very lightweight, 38 special, 5-shot, and they love it. They say it just slides in the pocket. Now, this weighs 14.5 ounces. On the Charter Arms site, they say it's a 12-ounce revolver. So a couple more ounces, but 14.5 ounces, you throw some rounds in there and you have perhaps 16.5 ounces. That's pretty light to throw in the pocket as a secondary, or for many people, even a primary revolver carry. But it does have a rubber grip there with some raised bumps, and it is a 38 special. Now, you may notice I have the Taurus Defender 856 in there with the 3-inch barrel. We're going to do a little bit of comparison, but this is a 5-shot. And one thing I noticed, it has that sleeve over the ejector, which limits the amount of ejection, but it goes about 3/4 of an inch, and I put some rounds in there and it ejected just fine. 2-inch barrel. It says Old Glory, and that is the name of the Cerakote on this, Old Glory. And you can see why. Very patriotic. A push button, cylinder release, and then a very nice look to it. It depends. It depends if you like this kind of stuff. Now, the Undercover Lite is approximately $400 without the Cerakote. You're looking at about $80 more with the Cerakote, and they have many different Cerakote colors and designs and patterns. I have to say, I did a deep dive into Charter Arms, and there was so much there that I didn't even know existed. So I'm kind of excited about the company now. I want to work with them and take a deeper dive into what they have to offer. I'm sure T.A.B. does, because he's doing a whole series on revolvers. So let's go ahead and do a quick comparison. Now, this has the 3-inch barrel, so we're going to pretend this is a snub nose, because we know Taurus makes that as well. Both have tunneled rear sights. This has a serrated black, even though it's Cerakoted. The non-Cerakote model would be black front sight, and this has a tritium dot. Okay, so we get that out of the way. This is a 6-shot, 856. The 6 stands for 6-shot. The Taurus 85 would be the 5-shot. One thing that I have to give it to Charter Arms for is that double action trigger pull. And in a defensive situation, you're going to fire like this. That double action trigger pull is superior to the Taurus. That is super heavy. So I'm going to give a heads up and a thumbs up to Charter Arms for that. The single action, I have to say, remains the same. Both use a transfer bar safety, and the single action on the Charter Arms Undercover Lite feels identical to the Taurus Defender. I also like the grip a little better on the Charter Arms. I don't have a problem with the Taurus grip. The indentations are a little deeper in the rubber than the Charter Arms, which is more bumps, but both will give you 3-finger contact, and you can see the pinky just rests on there, but it has a nice feel to it. The overall weight is pretty cool, and if you go with this, it'll come in a plastic case with a trigger lock and a warranty card and cleaning instructions for aluminum colored frames. So they tell you what to do, because when you work with Cerakote, you have to be a little more careful than without. Okay, and they do have the plastic case opposed to the cardboard box that most Tauruses come in. Anyhow, I'm not here to run down Taurus because they make some great revolvers too. I'm just doing a comparison to show you the differences. But very small, lightweight. I told you it would be 14 ounces. Let me go ahead and show that, and you'll see for yourself that it weighs so like 14 and a half, 14 and 3/8. So essentially 14 and a half ounces. And if we did the same with the 3-inch barrel, Taurus Defender 856, we move that to just ounces. Not that, ounces, 17 and a quarter. So approximately 3 ounces heavier with that. But this has a 3-inch barrel, so we want to take that into consideration. But there it is. The Charter Arms Undercover Lite. Would you pocket carry this? I think I would. I'd get a revolver pocket holster and carry this pretty much as a secondary. But I like what it offers. Is it the best revolver ever? No, probably not. But for what it is, it seems to check mark the areas of importance for people that would pocket carry or use it as a secondary. Let's take a look at the hammer. Pretty wide, nice, easy motion with the thumb to the hammer. Single action works well. Double action is fine. I'd like to see it be a 6-shot, but it's not a 6-shot. It's a 5-shot. And with that, you get a slimmer cylinder. So I guess that's the advantage there. But Charter Arms Undercover Lite on the T.A.B. channel. Think you guys may like it, and if you have experience, give a comment below and let us know what you think. Dan here on the T.A.B. channel. Check out his revolver series. Has a lot going on there.